Are you in a reading slump? Have you tried to pick up multiple books this year and still have yet to finish one? Well, do I have the book for you? Octavia Butler, Dawn. Hi guys, welcome back to Literary Gladiators. It's Madi Laster over on YouTube. I'm here today with my first video as a contributor of 2023. And we're going to be talking about Dawn by Octavia Butler. This is the first book in the Lilith's Brood saga, which is just like, I think it's 3 books. And from the beginning of the video, I don't know if you guys can tell, I've been in a reading slump. One of the worst I think I've had in like who knows how long. I've picked up multiple books and have yet to finish any of them except for this one. So this is the cure-all. So we're gonna be talking about this one. In general, tips for getting out of a reading slump. What I'm trying. Number 1, gonna be trying easier to read books in terms of something that interests me and I can easily lose myself in. I'm not gonna be picking up like books on judicial review or the gut microbiome, you know, like nonfiction, heavy to read, or not heavy to read, but dense material, you know. Another tip that I was thinking was the start of a series, because then you're invested in the story, invested in like the characters, and then you can continue on with that investment into another book and then another book, and you know, it gets the ball rolling for you. Those are the things that I'm trying to get out of my reading slump. So let's talk about Dawn. This was such a joy to read. It was like, this is your classical alien sci-fi adventure. So it does rely on a lot of tropes. The human race has basically destroyed the earth between fighting and killing each other, and they're almost gone extinct. Insupts this alien species that saves them and rescues all the surviving humans that they can find. So it also has like suspended animation, scientific experiments, genetic mutation and modifications, with the end goal, the species. I mean, it's got spaceships, like weird science. It's got all of it. The species has the end goal of merging genetics and becoming, basically merging this species, a human species, and they're called the, what are they called? The Onkali. And then having those people that were merged go back down to Earth and survive as a species. So in general, I feel like this is a wonderful book for like Black History Month, because Octavia Butler, she is the one. She is the pioneer of bringing this representation of people of color into a traditionally or historically white space. So space, outer space. Okay. In general, I think that it's so impressive that Octavia Butler is able to bring these issues of like current day, which even today it's still relevant, all these issues that she talks about in terms of like identity and social issues, environmental issues, and bring them and kind of morph them into some like crazy futuristic alien story, but do it in a way such that you can still recognize those issues and then also care about them because they're familiar to you. It's very talented. I also really enjoyed that Butler's writing style is very like clean, concise, to the point, but she's still so imaginative that you're able to like imagine this like spaceship and these alien species and you know, all the details and imaginative like sensory experiences that she wants you to experience. So she's a very talented lady, and I really enjoyed this novel. I'm excited to start the second one. I did start it, and it's from the point of view of another character, which is sometimes that like I like that about series, but also sometimes I don't like it because you get so invested and like comfortable with this one character, and then the next story is like, wait a second, where did they go? You know, it's someone new that you have to get used to. But overall, I really enjoyed this book. Obviously, it's the only book that has saved me from my reading slump, but I'm hoping that, like I said, my little tips for getting out of a reading slump, I hope that it will help get the ball rolling and inspire me to read more, pick up more. I want to know what you guys think. Have you ever read this series before? What about in general, like Octavia Butler? I feel like she's a pretty prolific author, so a lot of people know of her and her work. So let me know what you think about her. Thanks so much, guys, for joining, and I hope to see you guys in the future. Hopefully I'll have more videos on my channel after I get out of this reading slump, and thank you for joining.